Where am I?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Someone who's never fucking knocked on a door before in their life. 2 knocks? Are you kidding me? Proper etiquette is 3 knocks. Everybody knows this.
I've done 2 knocks before.
No, you're a
You do like
sociopath.
2
You've never
solid
done
knocks.
When? Come on. Be real with me.
All the time.
No.
You ever knock on a door? You ever knock on a door and someone tells you you sound like a cop? You have a cop knock? It's a great compliment.
I've gotten that. Yeah.
It's just
it's like
high up and you do
I got
2.
a lot of authority. I got, the noble demeanor of a cop.
Mm-hmm. Very noble.
Very noble.
Such a noble profession.
When someone hears my knock, I want them to think, oh, this person's going to be rude to me and there'll be no consequences.
Mm-hmm. I do a normal knock, like a human being.
What's that? What does that
Demonstrate.
It's like that.
Sounded weird.
Yeah, it sounded kind of hollow, kind of a flimsy knock.
Yeah,
it was limp, is what it was.
It
was
flaccid.
Yeah,
he's never think you were a cop.
These limp wrist knocks. Get the fuck out of here.
It's chill. It's friendly. It's hip. It's like a gum
that's
commercial.
That's the knock of a social worker.
Exactly.
And we're
it's how they would knock in a gum commercial. All right.
Why a gum commercial?
I don't know. Imagine a gum commercial.
Yeah, the only gum commercials I think of are the 5 ones, and those are like intense. They would
that's
pretty
not
hard.
Gum. That's
those would knock real hard.
I love getting
those
knocked
are
by
knocking
some
with a
5
battering
gum.
ram.
Yeah.
That's on fire. Too intense. I'm talking about like a juicy fruit, an extra, a double bubble with the little comic inside.
Oh, I miss those comics. I wonder whose job it was to do the comics for
Robbie Goodwin. Believe it or not.
I do believe it. It was sure, it's Robbie. Why not?
He was 4 writing them.
That's why he is where he is today,
It's true.
I had a memorable gum experience this week. Should I save it for the recording?
Yeah.
It's important.
Well, lucky for you.
Lucky for you.
We are recording.
This is the show. What about Jafar Insurance?
Okay, what does that look like?
It's like in case a dog pees on your magic carpet.
Okay. Why wouldn't that be Aladdin insurance?
Because Aladdin's a human being.
And Jafar isn't?
Look, it's not a perfect formula.
You could have just said it's like if Aladdin defeats you.
I haven't seen Aladdin. I don't know if he wins or not.
Or if the princess gets super horny for you, but then it's a deception. Maybe that's Jafar insurance, right?
I could use that.
Maybe it's in case a guy with a giant staff destroys your village or something. I've never seen Aladdin.
A village, it's a kingdom.
Aladdin doesn't live in the kingdom.
He lives in a metropolis.
Well, when he pretends to be Prince.
What's the monkey's name?
Peepo.
No.
Incorrect.
Like That's a Twitchy.
Or a poo. Aladdin's
I think it is a boo.
Monkey. A boo. Yeah, it's a boo. A poo is
canceled.
Yeah, he's
7-Eleven. White guy.
I did know that.
The
yeah,
Blue Raja.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who voiced Abu? We need to hold them accountable.
Gilbert Gottfried. It's pretty good.
Apparently, whoever voiced Abu is Frank Welker. What else is he known
personal
for?
Friend of the show.
He's 76.
That tracks.
Gross.
One of the grossest ages.
Oh, yo, he in the original Transformers series, he voiced several Decepticons, including Megatron, Soundwave,
he
Skywarp.
also did
I wasn't done. That's fine.
Scooby Doo.
You know what Orson Welles' last role was?
What?
It was
Bread
the
roll.
yes, probably. But his last acting role was I believe it was the Transformers animated movie.
Pretty sick. It was like when I don't know what it's like. I don't know.
You don't even know what Jafar insurance is like.
Yeah, nobody does yet. We're here to define it. It's about to be a TikTok trend. It's going to be a Webster's entry for Jafar insurance. Better
That's
Call
sick,
Saul
that's
is going to do an 8-episode arc.
Oh, I'm so excited for Better Call Saul.
It's got our favorite director,
Bob Odenkirk, yes.
Bob Odenkirk.
Known primarily for Let's Go to Prison. I guess he's an okay actor as well, but
that's the first paragraph of his Wikipedia page. Bob Odenkirk, best known as director of Let's Go to Prison.
I should let's change the Bob Odenkirk Wikipedia page. Live on the air. I forgot it's wikipedia.org.
It's an organization. Arthur, you seem like a Wikipedia vandalizer in your younger days.
I wasn't that bad about it, but I was credited as the like the set designer on a few 50 Cent music videos in my day. I just kind of add myself to like credits that no one would really know how to verify.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Any of those are still up?
No, the last one was I Get Money, which I don't believe. I think they finally figured it out, and I'm impressed that someone
figured out that you didn't get money for that music.
They may have heard that.
I'm gonna look it up now. Let's see. Oh, there's a different Arthur. Arthur Gales. September 11th, 2007. Rap
Gales.
reviews. Isn't there a way to see the history of a Wikipedia article?
Robert John Odenkirk's his full name? Yeah, that's rough.
No wonder he goes by Bobby.
Yeah, that's humiliating.
Imagine having 3 names.
How are you going to have 3 men's names?
It's true. It is true. How are you going to do that? Anyway, we have Arthur here today.
Hello.
Known for...
Yes? Go on.
Yes. Okay, check the Bob
Mr.
Odenkirk
Deep Cube.
Wikipedia right now.
Arthur, known for Mr. Deep Cube, is an American actor, comedian, writer, director, and producer. He is best known for directing Let's Go to Prison, as well as his role.
We did it.
Wow.
We did it.
Take a screenshot of that. I didn't follow the formatting right, but it's gonna be gone almost immediately. But
yeah, if you're in the Discord, put your name in digital ink. Say "I was here!" !
How do you take a screenshot on Windows? That's snipping tool, right?
Yeah, you do snipping tool.
Yeah, I need to save this for my own personal use.
Let's Go to Prison is actually referenced in the second paragraph, which is surprising.
Yeah, well, but it's not as funny as if it's
the first sentence.
Yeah.
Did you know it's not his directorial debut? We've been saying it for like a year and a half.
Really?
He directed 3 films: Melvin Goes to Dinner 2003, Let's Go to Prison 2006, and The Brothers Solomon 2007.
I can see why he stopped directing.
You didn't like The Brothers Solomon?
It wasn't as good as Let's Go to Prison.
Mm-hmm.
What is The Brothers Solomon
Will
about?
Forte.
Brothers John Solomon and Dean Solomon have bad luck with women due largely to their sheltered upbringing. They're blah, blah,
Two
blah, blah,
movies with
blah.
Will Arnett. Is Will Arnett in Melvin Goes to Dinner? No. It's got Jack Black, though, which is pretty sick.
That's a good get.
That is a good get. Especially in 2003.
Have you watched Righteous Gemstones?
Oh, yes.
I will never watch it.
I've been told I
'cause I
have
am
big Uncle
lazy.
Baby Billy energy.
I like that. I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't reject it. I don't see it immediately, but I'm open to it.
Yeah. No,
always
I
good to be
specifically
open.
said that I'm the Uncle Baby Billy of the Doug Zone, and Matt was like, "This is true." I'm low energy today because I'm sick. I just did a shot of Dayquil's severe cold and flu.
Oh, you're done for, dude.
I'm chilling, man. I'm doing good.
Would not be the first time one of these hosts was hopped up on cold medicine during a recording.
I have some. Maybe I'll join you.
I don't
Yeah.
have any. I have expired NyQuil.
Give some to your nephew.
You don't have Dayquil. You don't have a Captain Crunch tracksuit. Skill.
No,
You're falling behind.
You have nothing.
It's true. I do have nothing. It's quite sad. I go to work every day and my boss says, "You have nothing."
You stole fizzy lifting drink.
What if my boss was Willy Wonka? That'd make me an Oompa Loompa.
I mean, you
Which would
kind of
make
your boss.
Hour.
Okay, what does that look like? I'm just kidding. I mean, you kind of were under the employment of Willy Wonka though when you worked at the candy factory.
That's true.
It doesn't get more Willy Wonka than that.
I could have made good candy,
You could have made good candy,
but that's not in the cards.
it's not bad candy. It's fine.
That's true. You
The
did
candy
have it.
exists. It's fine.
It's
I'm not
neutral
going to do
candy.
anything about it.
Candy, famously a neutral.
It's
Food.
it's whatever.
I quickly want to go back because I want to justify what will otherwise seem like a total non sequitur. But if you know Keith from Righteous Gemstones,
Yeah.
he played the Jack Black character in the Nickelodeon sitcom based on School of Rock. And you know what? He's surprisingly he's just doing a Jack Black impression. But
There
it's
is a
pretty good.
Nickelodeon sitcom about School of Rock.
It was news to me.
Is this new?
No,
2016. All right,
it had 3 seasons.
that's crazy because this kind of lines up with all the TV I was watching when it came to.
Did it have
Relating to
Reyes
children?
in it?
No, I was watching a lot of YouTube stuff about iCarly and Victorious, and I wonder if this is in the the Nickelodeon sitcom universe. The same way?
Do you want could you share why you were doing that?
Well, because the iCarly video came up on my recommended on YouTube, and then I was like, I'm going to watch this 4-hour analysis video, and then a 5-hour analysis video, and then another 5-hour analysis video, and then an 8-hour analysis video. I was bored. I basically learned nothing, but
Oh, the show had JoJo Siwa in it. That's what skyrocketed her to fame, I assume.
no.
That's true.
Has this guy done anything?
He was Ozzy Osbourne in the bad Jeff Tremaine Motley Crue movie.
He was Cronut Craig in Two Broke Girls, a classic.
It's a real rocker type.
Yeah.
It's just funny because to watch Righteous Gemstones, he just seems like such an authentic weirdo. I would have believed that he was just someone
He was like that.
Danny McBride knew from his hometown.
He really is such a weirdo in that show. And very gay, but he doesn't seem like he's aware of that.
It's a great performance.
Yeah.
Skill.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
You should see it. It's a good show.
Yeah, but like I gotta watch.
What do you have to
Wall-E.
watch? Oh, hold that thought. But
Okay. I'm gonna be watching Wall-E
yeah.
on Disney Plus.
Listen, I'm not saying we need to kill all genderqueer people. Anyway,
What does
Wall-E
that
on
look
Disney.
like? What does that look like? Go on.
Well, I'm not saying we have to kill any genderqueer people either. That's what that looks like.
Mhm.
So why are you watching Wall-E for the millionth time?
It's a good movie. It's honestly my favorite movie. And it's either that or the behind the scenes documentary of Turning Red. The making of Turning Red.
The making of Retired Extremely Dangerous with Bruce Willis.
No.
He was in that, right?
He was. Yeah. I remember that. My mom went to see it. She was like, it was boring.
I believe that your mom watched it.
Well, now he's retired extremely sick.
Oh no, got him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy for being in Friends. Ugh.
Ugh.
And having hair, which was really weird.
I DM'd him on Instagram to come on the show, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Are your DMs on Instagram just like you reaching out to celebrities?
Yeah. I DM'd Miley Cyrus yesterday. I think she might respond. Honestly, truthfully, I think she might get back to me. It's going to take a little while.
I genuinely believe that it will eventually work in some way.
It might.
I don't know about that. You should reach out to Rebecca Black.
I have several times.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about my gum experience?
Oh yeah, please tell us about the gum experience.
The company I work for did some branding for nicotine gum, and so we had some lying around the office, and I thought that it would be funny to try some nicotine gum.
Yeah.
And I threw up a lot at work. I just
Did you try a lot? Like
no, just one piece.
And it made you throw. I guess you need to have the nicotine addiction for it to be like tolerable. I don't know.
Apparently, you're also not supposed to swallow your spit when you're chewing nicotine gum. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know it was like.
I think
like there were chewing tobacco rules.
I think it's supposed to be like bite, stop, and you just like let it vibe out in your face hole.
What the fuck is that? That's silly. That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. My only experience is in grade 11th grade, sophomore year. A kid in my class brought nicotine gum, and he's like, my mom needs me to quit smoking. And then the gum was expired. And he's like, my mom's a nurse. What the fuck? And then he got in a fight with the teacher over something stupid. He stormed out of class.
Stormed out of class? Oh, no.
And I was like, that's probably because he's having nicotine withdrawals, if you think about it.
I like the phrasing, my mom needs me to quit smoking, as if like they have a project they're doing together that requires...
Yeah. It was, it was a fun time. That guy was weird. He was always like the cool, angry kid.
Yeah.
He's like a skateboarder. He shaved his head. And he smoked, of course. Very cool guy. And then someone that he didn't know who also went to the school committed suicide, and then he just like had a complete breakdown and cried for like a month. Like every day he would be really sad about it.
I mean, that's reasonable.
I mean,
that's a reasonable thing to be sad about, I think.
The guy who killed himself was like in my friend group, but I didn't know him because I was new to the school. And all of the people that were very close to him were sad for like a week, and then they're like normal human beings about it, which is fine. No hate to that guy, no shade to David. Wonder what he's up to.
I just found out someone I went to high school with who was much cooler than me, to the point where I don't think we ever spoke one word to each other. I found out that he was a production assistant on Veronica, Glenn Danzig's a critically reviled movie that came out last year.
Is that true, or did he edit the Wikipedia page?
Well, hey, I only edited the Wikipedia page to be truthful.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah, who's to say what someone is best known for?
Yeah.
You just have to assert the values of your community.
He's best known to me for that.
It's true. I don't know him for anything else, actually. I've never seen Better Call Saul.
You should watch it, man. It's a good show.
I've seen it. I lied to you. It's called
Lalo
Fibbing.
Salamanca. I mean, what a character.
It's called Fibbing.
I see him on the TV and I'm like, wow, in many ways, that's me. No, okay, I did do that though. I started watching Tokyo Vice, I think it's called. It's got Ansel Elgort, whatever it is, right? That's his name. The kid from fucking Baby Driver. And it's got Ken Watanabe. And it's about this like fucking American guy who like wants to be a journalist in Tokyo, and he's like investigating Yakuza stuff, and like he's just like fucking vibing and like being a dumb gaijin, and I'm like, wow, that literally me, you know.
Do you have a TV, or do you just stare at a mirror for like an hour at a time?
Me?
I mean, you're like, wow, I love this TV show.
Wait, hey,
Literally,
no.
it's
It's literally over there. It's literally a TV over there. Now, have you ever seen that angle of my apartment? No. Will you? No. But the TV is there. That I can assure you.
I know Arthur has a TV. I can see it right now.
I make it very clear where my TV is.
So you know,
our wall-mounted TVs nice?
Yeah.
What?
Are wall-mounted TVs nice? I feel like I wouldn't want it on the wall.
Not to take
it's
down.
It's just like a regular TV. It just has a mechanism.
Well, no,
on
but
the
I feel
back.
like it's too high up.
You get to put it wherever you want.
Well, it's right in front of my bed, so I get to like basically lie down and then just kind of just tilt my eyes downward.
Why don't you get those glasses that have the mirror in them? So you can look straight ahead and it reflects your vision.
I mean, that would definitely help you play Elden Ring again.
It might. If you guys think about it, telescopes work by mirrors.
Okay.
What if there's a alien vampire invasion? We'll never see it coming.
All right.
You can't see vampires in mirrors.
Yeah.
You
They
can,
can
you
be
can see
so close.
You can
They
still
be
see
coming-
their
Spaceship.
castles. So yeah, you can see their ships probably. So I'm not
Their
that worried
ships.
about it.
I'm a little worried about it because ships can have cloaking technology, but if the
Can
problem
they?
with ships with cloaking technology, the problem is you can see the people inside.
Yeah, but usually cloaking technology, it's kind of got that shimmery, like bubbly sort of effect to it. It's not. I think
Real
we would
life's not a
notice.
fucking movie, Coach.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
It's not
silly me.
Doctor Who out there, your favorite show.
That's.
That you haven't seen because you
What?
don't have a fucking TV.
I have a
You
TV.
just-
I have two TVs. I have one in each room.
Oh, didn't realize this was the 1%.
All right, homeowner.
You know, homeowner includes the word meow. It's true.
All right, cat girl.
Anyway,
You're
look at your mirror.
you're more like a hoboner because you're a hobo and you're also a boner.
Oh, I thought it was like that girl's a hoe and she gives me a boner.
Oh, she does.
Oh, that's cool actually.
That's better than
That's
no.
really cool. I gotta say,
Yeah, you should try that out on your girlfriend.
that's cool enough that I'm willing to accept that you're actually a homeowner.
Cool.
Also, there's like a level of like coolness that's required to be a homeowner. You can't just be some guy with a home. You have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyone can own a home. Just look at the stats.
It's so easy. Just
I
have
can't.
rich parents.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
I did it when I was born. Like the day I was born, I'm like, done. Easy. You're 35 and you can't afford. Come on, dude. Can't even afford to have rich parents.
It's true.
Tell your mom to get a second job.
Well, now this just feels mean.
You go up to your mom or your girlfriend, for example, and you say, look, it's very important that families.
I love that mom and girlfriend are completely interchangeable for you.
Interchangeable. Well, one of them was for you, and one of them was for Arthur. And,
All right.
and you say it's very important for a family to have two incomes, so you need to get a second job.
I would really love for this to be a 2-income home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am an artist.
Fortunately, I have a higher calling. 9 to 5.
I can't join your little fucking rat race.
That's not for me. But you're already a part of it.
I know that we're saying this ironically, but there's a contingent in the Discord that would be like, yeah.
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah. When I say contingent, I mean the
Legion.
The ones that don't have access to our special recording channel.
The three of us and Kanye all get it.
I mean, we're hardworking Americans. Well,
That's true.
in spirit, anyways.
Yeah, I'm neither of those, but I'm a hardworking American passing.
We're all either hardworking or American.
You're like this close to telling your wife, be like, you need to get a second job. If we're gonna afford this house, the second house.
It's not gonna be a second house. I have to not have this house.
Well, so, I mean, all right, homeowner, whatever you say.
This is bullying, honestly.
No, I'm just letting the record show who owns homes and who doesn't. I don't own a home.
You're a
Arthur?
homeowner, dude, and you're gay.
Look, you don't fucking understand the hard work. I have to pay capital gains tax. I don't even know what that is. It's not true.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, it's in the name.
I will say, my mom tried to explain capital gains tax to me, and she says the same thing, that it's pretty self-explanatory, and I still don't get it.
Yeah. Kind of like that thing that I said where it was, I don't understand complex ideas. That was sincere. I don't. People will say things where just, like, I'll see a TikTok responding to someone being racist, and then they'll talk for like 3 minutes, and all the comments are like, so true, King. You're so good. And then I'm like, I have no fucking idea what any of
I'm just gonna go back to the racist.
Enough about that. Let's get on to the serious topic at hand. Crime.
Great.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's out of control.
There's too much.
But if there was none,
The only thing
then we
there's
wouldn't have
more
a
of than
job.
crime is true crime podcasts.
I don't know about that.
The only thing there's more of than crime is cops. The show. They've been on air for like 15 years.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude.
I can tell.
The recording broke, and it's fixed now. Everything's fixed.
It's been about 2 or 3 hours.
I
We've
have
developed friendships, rivalries.
Mm-hmm. I have a new rivalry with Australia. We're on the outs.
What does that look like?
You're on the outbacks.
Mm-hmm. It looks like that gif of the guy boxing a kangaroo and he just clocks it in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Looks kind of like that.
You're clocking,
but I'm the kangaroo. No,
Yeah,
I'm the kangaroo.
You're the kangaroo, but the guy is Australia? That's interesting.
That's correct. What's
The
your
old
do you
Canadian
have stereotypes about
kangaroo.
Australia you want to work through there, Arthur? You have a little bit of internalized racism.
Yeah, I guess the stereotype I have is just that kangaroos tend to
Be from
be
Australia.
from Australia.
Uh-huh. I think that any animal that identifies as a kangaroo can come from anywhere, and all
Okay.
equally valid.
Can you
I'm not
name
saying
another
we should
animal
kill
that
all.
identifies as a kangaroo?
Yeah, a kangaroo that was born to two dogs. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah, I could have. I don't know how I would know.
Usually they jump a lot.
Then yes.
Well, there you have it. So
There
I'm the
you have
kangaroo,
it.
and the guy is Australia,
This is
and
great
that's
for the
our
listener.
rivalry. Yeah,
It's
that's our
great for the listener
rivalry.
because we are as loopy as people who've been recording a podcast for like 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't get to go on the journey with us.
No, the journey truly. I said this a couple days ago. It's the destination that has merit, not the journey, and I stand by that.
Yeah, who'd you say that to?
The void.
You just talk to yourself, or
Twitter, but I like to call it the void because
Well, you
nobody reads.
you coined the famous phrase, a journey of 1,000 miles ends on the 1,000th mile.
That's true.
yeah, you should tweet that phrase that you coined,
I
Yeah.
coined it.
and then
I said
Charlie
it.
Foxtrot will read it, and then
I don't know if he reads my tweets anymore.
that's probably for the best.
Yeah. He just tweets about Wordle now, so I think he's on the ups.
Yeah, he hasn't tweeted about femboys in a while. That's
Mhm.
great.
I'm happy for him.
Hasn't tweeted about wanting his own ass smacked.
Let's not do
Yeah,
like a third.
A deep dive onto Charlie Foxtrot yet again. Oh man.
Yeah, we've had enough of that. You guys know about any crimes?
Yeah, I got a crime. It's
I
not
only
a
know
very
about
long
one.
crime.
I only know about one, and it's Alligator Man.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to tell us about it, or are you
we're
just...
gonna save it for last?
I think you should save it for last.
I think that you should save it for last.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
sorry,
a
what was
good idea. Arthur, do you think I should save it for last?
that?
I'm having a good time.
I think that's a good idea, but I think that you should... Let's move on.
I can't tell what's going on. I am so tired.
I don't know. I had like a 2.5 hour food delivery debacle last night, and I'm still furious about it. So I might
Motherfucker
make
over
that.
here can afford to have food delivered.
Apparently not.
Oh, okay. Why?
I ordered food from a local spot.
What's the local spot?
I'm not going to say. There's only one of them, and it's too close to my house.
Oh, so
There's
okay,
only
yeah,
one
yeah.
local spot.
There's only one local spot of this variety.
Oh, I thought you were going to be
Canada
like, I
sucks.
ordered Wendy's. That's my local spot.
No, it's like a.
You could have said that, and that would have.
It's an iconic
Not been
local diner of sorts.
Denny's.
Yep. Anyway, I ordered from there at like 12:45.
Mm-hmm.
1:45, my order
Yeah.
gets canceled, and now they're about to close, and I'm not going to reorder.
No.
And it got canceled because of the driver. The driver did not want to do it or something. Because they made my order, apparently, according to the information at my disposal. So then I had to order from a place that is open until 3 a.m., and none of those places are good. And it took an hour and a half for them to be like, okay, we're going to start making your food. But they wouldn't let me cancel. Or they would.
Sounds like you should just cook. Sounds like
I don't have food in my house, dingus.
maybe you should
You
stock
idiot.
up.
I don't know how to go grocery shopping.
That's a problem.
It is a problem. Now you're seeing the repercussions of that problem in my life. Yeah, it took a very long time, and I was sad, and I almost resorted to ordering candy from 7-Eleven because I thought that would be the most reliable restaurant. But I did not do that. That's it.
Yeah,
that's my story.
fabulous
I'm
restaurant,
livid.
7-Eleven.
They have some high quality taquitos.
Oh, I like the
You
little
like when I
accent.
do an accent?
Yeah.
I've done 2 accents on this podcast for 1 word each, and both times you're like, "Wow, this is great."
What was the other one? I don't even remember that.
Irkutsk.
Oh, Irkutsk. I was, I love Irkutsk.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Arthur, what's your favorite accent to do?
So yeah, I guess.
Here's an easier question: how many genders do you think there are?
Oh, well, I could answer that one, but I won't. But I could.
I wasn't taking a long time to answer because I was nervous. I was uploading a new Skillshy emoji. The answer is of course Puerto Rican.
Okay, what does that sound like?
Oh no.
Oh, there's just nowhere to go, is there? I have nowhere to run.
It's a bad
I'm
accent,
leaving.
actually.
I'm hanging up.
Yeah, I mean that is one option.
That's fine. Arthur, do you have a criminal that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cayetano Santos Godino.
Oh no, that's
He
an
was not Puerto
accent.
Rican. He was
Could have fooled
Argentinian.
me.
Argentinian.
Mhm.
He was born in Buenos Aires.
That's in Argentina.
So this story checks out so far. He killed 4 children, and he attempted to murder another 7 children.
Mm.
And
That's
what
a
really
bad
stuck out,
ratio.
yeah, his KD ratio is pretty terrible.
I mean, like 11
I mean, it's actually
children
pretty good.
to
Don't
It's pretty
ask
good.
plus
I'm
didn't
saying-
care plus L plus ratio.
bozo. I think trying to kill 11 children to how many times that you've been in jail for your life, I think that's a bad ratio.
It's pretty
Okay.
easy to kill children. They're very
There's always
weak.
those like hypothetical questions of like, how many 5-year-olds could you beat the fuck out of? And the answer is always all of them. I don't think there's any number of 5-year-olds that could stop me.
I think if there was like a World War Z number of 5-year-olds, they could eventually suffocate me.
Yeah, they can overwhelm you with numbers. I mean, are you doing,
No.
just hands and feet as far as your weapons, or are you
Yeah.
allowed a blade?
Just have a fucking katana.
Because that, I mean,
slicing them up.
I think that would
They
really,
have nothing.
yeah.
They have Lego.
The Lego would hurt because it would build up over time on the floor. Because they
Am I
drop
allowed-
out
So
when
would
they
the
die.
bodies.
It wouldn't be
Am
good
I
on
allowed
their
to
bare
use my
feet.
minigun?
You get 8,000 bullets only.
Do you get any Molotov cocktails?
You get 1 nuclear bomb.
I want one item each from the arsenal from Worms 2.
I want a crazy granny.
I want the scarab gun from Halo.
Yeah. Can I
But you
use
still
my
have
needler?
you still have to like clip through areas and get to the secret area to use the scarab gun. It's there. You can use it
It
if you get there.
exists. That's fine. I'm not going to do anything about it.
Those kids certainly aren't. Those 5-year-olds are toast.
Well, This guy took on that challenge.
Using a needler on a toddler. That's terrible. But really,
Yeah,
that's basically
especially-
like grunts are in Halo, though, right? They're basically like babies. They act like they're
it's
little
not-
kids.
Just the homing capabilities of the Needler are totally overkill because
Well,
that toddler is not. Its evasive abilities are limited.
It's all.
That toddler has not learned to strafe.
I'm in my mind's ear. I'm listening to the sound of a needler and how visceral it is. Hearing the needles go out of the gun, hearing them go into something, and then when you get enough of them, well, then it explodes and dies.
That kid just learned how to read. His favorite book is The Hungry, Hungry Caterpillar.
I hope he's hungry for needles.
He can't run.
Really,
He can try.
so many needles, it looks like scales of a rainbow fish. I don't know. Anyway,
No.
continue on with this child murderer.
Cayetano Santos Godino did not choose to use a needler. It was mostly via arson.
That's a strange method of murder. Is he a murderer or is he an arsonist?
Well,
Was he
but
throwing
you can only
sticky
do it once.
grenades?
I think it sounds like his heart was with murder, but he was just not as good at it as
He didn't have a blade
as
or
arson.
a needler.
Right.
He
He was
just
sort of
had
like
A
like
lighter.
arson. He was Michael Jordan, and arson was basketball, and child murder was baseball. He could do it at a professional level, but it just was not the same.
It sounds like he was not in the NBA. It sounds like he did like doubles in a street game or something.
Yeah, he's sort of a G League, especially by the standards of South and Central American serial killers, who are very prolific.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Very prolific.
Luis Garavito, 300 children. Iced them. I know
He
about that.
must have had a needler.
It's the only logical explanation. We did the
Luis
math.
Garavito.
He had the needler.
I should probably
What-
not be Googling stuff right now. Never mind.
Yeah, what kind of show do you think you're on?
Well, he's currently on one using all of his cell phone data.
That's correct. I don't
Cayetano
need to
Santos.
Go ahead.
What?
I don't need to be downloading entire Wikipedia pages on a serial killer who killed 300 children. That seems like it's going to be a lot of data.
A lot of needler sound effects in that Wikipedia page.
The picture is just Master Chief.
So I found this guy because he was on a list of the youngest documented murderers.
Oh, is this child on child crime?
He started as a child. He was 9 apparently when he killed his first victim.
Too young.
With a needler.
Yes. No. It was not prolific enough for that.
9 is like, how do you even get a weapon? You're just like killing a kid with a cup and ball or something.
With a hoop and stick. But the hoop has little spikes on it.
Well, it was in 1906, so the hoop and stick would probably be accurate.
Mhm. So this dude's old.
He's probably dead.
Well, he died when he was 48 in prison.
Oh, he'd
What
be
was
dead for
notable-
a while.
Yeah, he's really dead.
I'm glad he's dead.
Skill,
I'm glad he's dead.
please.
He is
Don't
a
say
symbol
things you
of
can't
white
take back.
supremacy. I don't know what that means. I think that's what I said about Ted Bundy.
Well, considering how few people he killed, he's a symbol of white mediocrity, certainly.
Mm.
And he's and this Mayo ass. Oh, he was known as the Big Ear Killer, also. He had big
Fucking
ears.
got him.
Oh,
Fucking
got
Dumbo over here.
This white bitch.
Did Dumbo predate this guy? Was he the inspiration for Dumbo? But like, what if Dumbo was one of the kids that was being murdered at an elephant instead of.
The Wikipedia doesn't say it, but it's implied.
Well, that's
Heavily
good.
implied.
That's good enough for me.
What stuck out to me initially about him is that when he was 10, his parents discovered that he was a compulsive masturbator. And his mom did not know how to react to that, so she did.
that a-
turn
This
him
is
into
a
this.
warning
He was.
sign?
They found out he was a compulsive masturbator after he killed a kid,
Yes, this would be shortly after.
and that was more of a red flag.
This kid is.
It wasn't
This
jerking
just
kid
off
a
killed
red
too
flag.
somebody.
much.
What? Yeah.
It was a criminal offense. His mom turned him into the police because masturbation was a crime in
If
Argentina.
you're a
at the
minor,
time.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, he was having sex with a child.
And his mom watched. Honestly, she should go to jail too. Did she
He
die in
spent-
prison?
It doesn't say,
But it's implied.
but it is heavily implied. This resulted in a 2-month jail term for masturbating
At 10 years old?
at 10 years old. And I would feel really bad for him if he is not already guilty of murder.
I mean, that can't have been good for him. Maybe he was just like a one and done type of murderer, and then he got sent to prison. He got hardened into a full on
Hard.
Wordplay.
Sharpened.
That's a really good point,
Wordplay,
Skill.
but it's spelled. I'm going to type out how it's spelled. So only you guys know.
We need to free this man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's how you spell
Wordplay.
it.
Yeah. The classic Midwestern mom way of spelling wordplay with
Honestly, I
extra
might name my daughter
vowels.
that.
You're not having a kid.
That's smart. Continue on. This is a child murderer who murdered children with fire. They burned to death. It was horrible.
You know what they
Yeah,
say?
in
Fight
19
fire with fire.
Yeah, I suppose you could.
He's fighting
that
children
could-
with fire.
Maybe there's some fiery, spicy children. I don't know.
Please. When he was about 16, I don't have his exact age. I just have the dates, and I am poor at
You're
this
doing
kind of
math.
You're
math.
doing the math, yeah.
I'm not an accountant. I'm sorry.
You're more of a
do you know-
joker than a riddler.
That's a really good way of putting it.
Thank you. Say you're welcome.
Later, he set fire to a warehouse, and when he was arrested, he told the police, "I like to see firemen working."
Mm-hmm.
And then he followed that up with,
Literally.
"It's nice to see how they fall in the fire."
Oh. I thought
Wow.
this was like he wanted a spicy fireman's calendar, but it's
No, he went from
he wants to
just being
count their
horny for
days in a
firemen.
different way.
Yeah, he turns into the Zodiac killer halfway through.
He looks at a sexy fireman's calendar and he goes, "Your days are numbered." And then 10 days later, kills one of the firemen.
Yeah,
See,
that's
it's a-
really.
You see, it's a pun in English.
No, he
AFAB.
probably did
Continue.
that.
This
Seriously.
Argentinian children.
This
Love
with this
English
guy
puns.
and how fucked up he is. I believe he did that. I really do.
It's heavily implied.
There's very little actual information about his murders, at least on Wikipedia. I'm citing my sources. That he just a bunch of bodies were found, more fires. He set fire to some sheds. Seems like
Did
this
he
guy did not know
set
how to
fire to the
escalate
rain?
properly.
Damn it, I was going to say set fire to the rain. Fuck. If it wasn't for this cold medicine, I would have gotten there first. But I am so tired.
Have you considered
Ah!
not fucking worrying about it? Did he set Alexis on fire?
I'm looking.
Was there a
and
portrait
I'm
of a
not-
girl that was on fire?
I'm not seeing anything about Alexis or a girl, but now I'm looking for implication, and yes, it's there, and it's implied.
Oh, an implied implication. Interesting. Very interesting. A lot to consider there.
Just at the bottom of the Wikipedia page, it says, when you read this, think about music. See where that leads you.
So he had one child. He broke into their house and nailed a nail into their skull, and then went to the wake and touched the nail hole. And that's how they knew that he did it somehow, and he was arrested.
That is how they would figure out on like Law and Order.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have done that.
He's always returning to the scene of the crime. Famously, you can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Is that a thing? Is that
Going
just
back-
a thing that I learned from like Pokemon or something?
You don't play Pokemon. You fucking fake ass bitch.
I watched the anime. Tid series.
It is an anime.
It's an animated series as well. And there's an episode in which like a market gets broken into, and then Ash walks by or something, and they're like, he's returning to the scene of the crime. We got him.
I don't think
Even though
Officer
there's
Jenny would have made that kind of mistake, personally.
It wasn't Officer Jenny. It was Team Rocket dressed up as cops because they're both villains.
I think Team Rocket's actually the hero.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Do you folks mind? I'm trying to do my podcast.
I'm being a
I will
bad
shut
guest.
up.
He went to prison and he tried to kill some other inmates. He was declared insane by medical reports, but a judge said that he had to stay in prison. He was
good.
transferred later in his life, and he spent time in the hospital for a beating he suffered from inmates after he killed 2 of their pet cats.
Oh no. Okay, now I'm mad at this guy. What a dick.
Yeah, he's gone too far. He was always sick and he had no visitors, and in 1944 he died under suspicious circumstances.
Did he die with a nail in his head? 'Cause that would be suspicious.
Let me look it over. Let's see, that's where the article ends, but now I'm looking at the references in the See Also section, and I'm seeing some implication, and yes, I can confirm it is implied.
Did he die getting thrown out into space for being sus? Sus.
That I can confirm, and that is in the Wikipedia article, and
It's
it
not
is
even
explicitly
implied.
the case.
That's not even implied. That's cold, hard
explicit.
facts.
He was wearing a red spacesuit.
Red sus, man.
Red is honestly, it's always red. I
It's
don't know
always
if you know
red.
that about the game Among Us.
It's always red.
It's kind of like a coding error in my opinion, but it is always red.
Yeah.
Arthur, do you want to play Among Us with us one day?
Yeah, I've never played that game. I know it's a damn sensation.
It
Is
was.
Still going, baby.
No, it's not. But I do miss it a little bit. It was
It's fun. If you are listening, sound off in the Discord if you want to play Among Us. Maybe Coach will stream it, and you could
I'll play.
stream snipe him.
Don't stream snipe me. That would be not cool. I would not stream it because I know you people would tune into the stream and be like, oh, he's the imposter. Coach is the imposter because I don't like it. And people would be like, good enough for me. And then I would lose.
Yeah.
I would get kicked out. You do pretty good in Among Us, actually.
I'm pretty good.
Unless you get murdered immediately, but that's not really your.
Yeah, that happens
not really your
because
fault.
I have several rivalries with the Among Us team.
Yeah.
Skill is inscrutable. I called you Kill.
That's
Well, when you're the
accurate.
imposter,
accurate.
you're not kill shy. That's for sure. You're kill.
Guys.
Kill bold.
Yeah. That's
Kill
evil skill
confident.
shy is kill bold.
All right. That was an interesting crime. Any alligators in that? I kind of tuned out for a little bit.
I don't have an alligator in my crime. Would you like me to go through it
I
anyways?
feel like the alligators need to be at the end.
Yeah, for sure. So there is a pastor He is the headmaster of a Christian school in Louisiana. John Raymond.
Father John?
And
Did he look like a cowboy in a cigarette ad, but modernized, so it's actually for vape cartridge. Oh, now you look like a professor in an ad for condoms. An ad for safe sex.
all right. Anyway, can I do my crime? I said
No.
a sentence, and you're like, "Well, I'm gonna compliment Arthur."
Well, it wasn't a compliment.
You're gonna talk about Arthur. Let me do my crime, and
I'm
we can
trying to kill
fucking
time.
Wait, we've
I don't
done
know the
30
difference
minutes. There's
between-
no time to do. We're fine.
The difference between good attention and bad attention.
All attention's good attention, right, folks? Anyway, so this.
Professor Condom.
Anyway, so this guy.
Professor Condemn, and he's a judge.
I'm gonna kill myself live on the air.
Woo!
I'm gonna drink the rest of this cold medicine, and you're gonna regret it.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I think you'll regret it.
So anyway, John Raymond was enraged
Father
after
John.
several students were removed from a classroom for excessive talking on March 18th. Then he brought the kids to his office for a little talking to, and then he decided that to really teach them a lesson, he was just going to take a roll of packing tape and just like tape their mouth shut, not like just a little bit over the mouth, but like doing a whole wraparound. Which
That's
apparently is a crime. Also, the church looks like shit because I accidentally clicked on a picture of it. It doesn't look good.
I think the church looks bad on a metaphorical level as well.
Like the church
so
is
then-
serving bad looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Correct.
it's a fucking shitty strip
Great
mall.
way to put it, Arthur.
New Horizon Church
Really
is what it's
thought that
called.
one out.
Apparently, he sent the students back to the classroom for
With
around 45
tape face?
minutes with tape face before another school administrator was like,
Dude.
like, nah, this is not good.
I don't fuck with you, dude.
Yeah. Apparently, during the encounter, the students claimed they had trouble breathing and that the removal process of the tape was
Really?
painful. Yeah. And then John Raymond turned himself in. And so the crime that John Raymond is I'm accusing him of is being voted out first on season 5 of Survivor.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my crime. It's because you got to be a fucking weirdo if you're voted out first.
Kobe. You get it?
So it was this the same person? I don't know.
Yeah,
there
it's the same.
Did there happen to be?
No, it's the same guy.
Okay.
He was voted out first as Survivor in 2002, and then years
And
later
then-
decided he was going to tape some kids' mouths shut because they're talking too much.
Well, if he just won, he wouldn't need to be working right now.
Well, the guy who won that season shot a puppy with a crossbow, allegedly on accident.
All lives matter.
All, yeah, sure. Well, anyway, let's hear about this alligator story. We've been wanting to hear about the alligator story for
I
a
think we're
while.
kind of running out of time. It's kind of a long
Ooh, we are. Yeah, we are running out. I guess we'll save it for next
Arthur
week.
has to leave in like 5 minutes, right? You got to watch Redacted. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to dox him, even though he did say some rude comments about me.
My nephew did. He did take one look at our Zencaster stream, and he did point at Skill and say, "That's off," and he pointed at Coach and said, "That's on."
I'm
Quite
on,
rude.
dude. I'm on.
The implication, of course, being on fleek, and unfortunately,
I am
off
off
fleek.
I felt like
The
I've
implication was there. We checked the Wikipedia article for this little encounter.
We scoured for implications.
It said citation needed after, but
Nah, what are you gonna do?
More like implication provided.
exactly.
By viewers like you. Thank
Mhm.
you.
I'm going to check the Wikipedia article for Bob Odenkirk.
Oh yeah, see if it's still there. For the viewers, it's only been an hour, but for us, it's been a lifetime.
It is gone.
Oh, nuts! Well, I'm glad I got the
R.I.P..
screenshot.
I wanted to talk about some Utah legislature. I felt
Okay.
that would be appropriate for a true crime podcast. Take us out. It's not really a crime, but it is implying there could be crimes in the future.
Yeah, dude, that's fine. Go ahead. Why are you
Yeah,
checking with us?
Yeah.
I got to check with the hosts.
I mean, I thought I was the guest.
We're both guests on this day.
Yeah.
Arthur did yell at us in the secret chat. I am the host. So this is some legislature in Utah for transgender athletes. And basically the governor was like, I don't think that we should make it illegal for people to be transgender and play hockey or whatever. It's like, I don't think that we should do that. And then that veto was overridden by the rest of the Republican whatevers. And basically, this is for high school athletes. So if you're a transgender high school athlete, you're no longer allowed to practice sports.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're much of an athlete then if you're not able to practice it.
Yeah, it's pretty rude.
That's a really good point. Yeah, these aren't even athletes.
If they're not allowed to practice, they're not allowed to compete.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Problem solves itself.
Yeah.
What's interesting? What's interesting is that in Utah there are 4 out transgender children playing high school sports. So this law is directly attacking 4 people, and more accurately, the law is specifically for male to female transgender, of which there is only 1. So this is a law by grown adults being like, this one high school student, dude, you don't get to play. And I think that's very funny.
That's wow.
Which way? Wait. Which way was the transition?
It's only for male to female.
Okay.
Student athletes, student sports players, and the governor said, "I want them to live."
What happens if they just show up to practice and
they get expelled? It's illegal.
Like, are the cops going to show up?
They might.
Yeah. How much time do you do for playing sports with the wrong gender?
I think the entire team, especially the coach, will get life in prison.
They'll get the needler.
The coach gets 3 consecutive life in prison sentences. So I just wanted to talk about that. I feel like that was important to bring up.
Thank you for that news update.
It's bad governance.
Utah, it's no good.
Yeah.
How can Republicans even pretend to be like the party of small government?
They're the party of pro-life, unless it's someone who's been born, which is why which is why I famously said life ends at birth. It starts at conception and ends at birth.
That's true.
Is that a tattoo of your nephew on your arm?
No.
What is it? Is it new?
The undo guy from Kid Pics. If you clicked on him, he would go, "Oh no!"
I remember.
Oh yeah. Oh,
nice.
How great was Kid Pics?
I was thinking about Kid Pics recently. It's a good.
Is there a 2022 edition of Kid Pics?
I feel weird Googling Kid Pics.
Well, if you type it in PIX,
then it's fine.
Yeah.
Here's another law that doesn't exist that should. Let me be clear. This law should exist. that true?
Yeah.
That's sick, actually. Here's a law that should exist that doesn't. Did you know that it is completely legal? There is nothing illegal. I'm not going to say nothing wrong. Nothing illegal about masturbating to pictures of children.
Oh, there's a Kid Pix 3D. Oh, we might have to get Kid Pix 3D. It's only $50.
That's good. The TikTok clip right there.
Oh no!
You should get
Help.
like a business license for it. I actually know a guy who knows a guy who might be able to hook us up.
Some business license Kid Pix. Well, yeah, I think you have to pay extra for the 3D glasses.
I have
It's
my
like
own.
you have
I
to use
stole them
3D
from a movie
glasses.
theater.
Well, because there's the download only options, or there's the
Mhm.
download and DVD and 3D glasses.
Jesus Christ.
So you have to pay an extra $10
I've
to get the
been
physical
to the
copy.
movie theater in the past like 12 years, so I have my own 3D glasses.
Do they still
I
make 3D movies?
No.
Um,
Well, I think very
Midsummer
occasionally,
was
sometimes.
3D.
That would be horrifying to watch in 3D.
They should make VR movies.
They should. We
I would love to be a side character in Midsummer.
when I was Robbie's roommate, we threw a party and we couldn't decide if we wanted to be playing Gotti or The Sopranos on the TV during the party with the sound off.
Mm-hmm.
So we had on the TV we had The Sopranos, and then on our PSVR we were playing Gotti.
Ooh.
So you could have
Nice.
it could be the fully immersive Gotti experience.
I'm jealous. You got to party with Robbie.
Well, I got
I
to
paid
eat
a lot of
barbecue
money.
with Robbie.
He doesn't get out of bed for less than $10,000.
Honestly, it's a steal in this market.
This economy.
The host of Loud Boys and Young Guns.
And group chat with Robbie Goodwin, which which is still, it's on hiatus. It's not. I don't think it's ever been formally canceled.
No, it's true.
I hope it comes back. It's the only other podcast I've ever guested on.
Is that true? You could be a good guest on.
You get on Doom Scroll.
You could get on Doom Scroll. Probably not.
We could vouch.
Yeah, I'll vouch for you. Robbie will vouch for you, and that'll be negative. But Robbie famously has not been on Doom Scroll, so someone's got to change.
Have you asked him to come on this podcast?
Several times.
He
Wow.
he thought it was a joke because like Skillshy would never follow up.
Mm-hmm.
So
What
he
if
was
that's
very
why Miley
confused
Cyrus
about it.
hasn't been on the podcast.
I followed up today. I DM'd her yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, this is our podcast. It's low-key. We won't even like name you. You'll just be like, and guest in the title, so no one can find it if they Google you. But like our listeners will know, and that's cool." And she didn't reply. So then today I was just like, just following up. Anytime, I will clear my schedule.
Yeah, does 11 a.m. today work for you?
And then she sent me a voice note that was just her singing The Climb.
Oh, that's kind of close.
That would be sick if she did that. But she did not.
Well, you lied. You told a
I
fib.
lied for clout.
Hmm.
Let's see if she did respond. No, she has not read it. Azalea Banks has not read my messages. Dane Cook did not respond.
Famously.
Pusha T did not read them. So we'll see. It's a work
What
in
about, have you tried
progress.
Tom Hanks?
I don't want a pedophile on the show.
He was also patient zero for COVID.
That's true. Honestly, if he died, the world would be in a much better place today.
Why is
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Like at any point in his career, but particularly when he got COVID.
What if you think he's a pedophile just because you saw Polar Express?
That is why.
Oh, okay.
And that's the show.
Yep. Very cool.
Any plugs?
No.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.